Chris Barry on the FM104 Phone Show. The man who gets Dublin talking. FM104. Call us now on 6797 FM104.
Welcome back to you. It is 19 minutes after 10. 53104 for 27. Let me read some of the text messages coming in now. And all right, a lot of abuse coming in, but that you can understand that. And a lot of people agreeing with exactly what Anne is saying to us for some strange reason. And Sarah, do you think Anne is being just blatantly unfair, completely unfair?
Sorry, Chris?
Do you think that Anna's been just blatantly and completely unfair?
Yeah, I do, Chris, yeah.
And do you want to apologise? People are saying that woman should apologise and rinse her mouth out.
I'm not apologising to any them little fuckers, Chris.
Come here, okay, so I'm not a little fucker. That's why I'm not a little fucker. Cheers, really, you're a little fucker. You're fucking out.
Names. Go on out and do your fast and out and underage. Go and do it properly.
I know, she's like the Sunday morning. There's streets now, a lot better, and everywhere, a lot of things.
Leave your hair down. Well, they're not all bleeding scammers are trying to call them.
Yeah, little scammers.
If you have information for social welfare, well, do it.
I will. I'd love to give it to the social welfare. I tell you, it'll be all off it.
And do it.
Go on out to the news. Ring up the newspaper and see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, they'll probably
give your story to the newspaper.
They'll probably get a load. If I get onto the newspaper about the lone parents,
You're brave enough.
Yeah, I am brave enough.
I don't think you are, because I'm still making that call out. You're on this now. You're still making that call. You're probably even under false name as you go on.
Yeah, you're right. Into the social welfare, you'd be the first person I'd ask.
Me? I guarantee I'll meet you tomorrow. I'll challenge you. Chris will give you my number. I'll meet you tomorrow. And I guarantee I'm a married woman and I'm on no welfare. And I mark my words on that.
Yeah.
But you've no right to come down people's doors. Oh no, she's a slut and they're slappers. But the men are fucking grand, aren't they? Yeah. They agree. They agree the men that left them, but the women are the sluts. It takes two to make babies. Or the people are fucking into court. I don't think so.
It's up to them to bring them into court. It doesn't matter who left who. It's up to them to bring them into court.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
When you've once having 4 and 5 kids and different men, like, come on, learn from your first mistake. You know what I mean? The fella left you. Learn by that mistake. Don't open your legs to the next man that comes along. They're like,
oh my God, you dirty tramp.
They're all like a pack of Pringles. Once they pop, they can't stop, huh? They should call the fucking Pringles lone parents Pringles.
The only, I tell you, make me sick talking with women like that.
Yeah.
And have men up there in the pedestal.
You're probably fucking drawing social welfare as well.
I am not.
Yeah.
I'm Chris. Are you not, Chris? You get your staff to ring me tomorrow and I'll give you what I have and you can vouch for me.
Yeah.
I am not.
I'm bigger fool you.
But I'm annoyed at you calling them girls them names.
Fool you for going out then to work and pay your taxes to keep them little fuckers going.
The children have to be reared.
Yeah, but the children, it's not the
have to be reared.
old ones.
Calling every girl a slut and a slut because they're on books.
Yes, slut.
Go on out your own now. Let us all hear you calling all your names sluts. Go on out your own now and call them all sluts and slappers.
How many of your daughters are all lone parents? Probably them all.
You have the guts, whatever you ask, go your own, start calling them that.
That's all exactly what I fucking think of them.
Where you're from, they might be just hard. It doesn't mean every lone parent is a hard or a slut and a slapper.
They are.
Yeah, are they?
Them bleeding.
Yeah, go on.
And then
they're calling them all and you make that call in the morning.
They're all going to get their big back to school fucking money.
Yeah, and
that goes on the uniforms. For whoever's older.
Your olds don't wear uniforms.
Yeah, well, I don't get back to school.
Get that from
no, not some of them.
I don't get back to school because they're only 3, but the people who are entitled to that, I tell you, you've got uniforms.
You need to contact the social welfare, love, because you get that when the child is 2.
Well, come here and tell you something.
You need to, you're missing out on that.
You seem to know an awful lot more about that.
I know an awful lot about the social welfare, love.
You're one of these lone parents.
I'm not a lone parent.
More about what that girl's entitled to than she even knows herself.
Out on that money.
Yeah.
She's making someone on. You need to keep it all on.
Me, I'm on a You must be on it yourself, because you were able to tell her to claim at 2 years of age, and the girl didn't even know it.
I know, but I know a lot about the social welfare there, darling.
Who's claiming social welfare? You and her?
I know a lot about the...
How dare you?
I do. I know an awful lot about the social welfare, love. I'll check you out now.
You don't seem to know the number to report to people.
But I'll check you out tomorrow.
I'll make sure you do.
I will.
You do. I know better again going out on your road.
Yeah.
The road now.
It's now to go down to the road. An officer as well.
Go on out to... I'm not. I guarantee you, I'm after telling you, I will prove to you that I'm not.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Just bear with us on the phones if you can. You're jamming them. 53104 for 20 cents. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Barbara is on line 3. Barbara, you're live on FM104. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, she feels very strongly about it. There are other people calling us in saying they don't agree with everything, but at least she's the guts to say what a lot of people are thinking. Is that fair?
No, it's not. I have a 27-year-old niece who's a full-time student, drawing loan parent and 2 children. She's full-time in Carlow IT, working to be a social worker. She's not a tramp. She's not a scumbag. She's nothing like that. She's working for her kids during the summer while she's off as a student. She is drawing loan parent, but only because she has to. So not everybody is a tramp. Not everybody is a scumbag. I pay my taxes for people like my niece that have a plight rather than keep the money away from them and let the kids grow up in an absolutely different situation if we didn't give it to them.
No, that girl's going out to do her little bit of work. She's not freeloading on the stage.
Yeah, but sorry, didn't you say every single loan parent?
No, she didn't. To be fair, she didn't.
I did not.
Well, she's going out. You're putting everybody in the same plight.
No, I'm not putting everyone. There is some of them that go out to work. There is.
So why do you
go to college and they get help from the family?
Why do you think it should be cut if there's some of them going out to college?
No, the ones that are showing that they're going out to college and that they're putting an effort in, leave them as they are. The ones that are sitting at home watching Jeremy Kyle.
Well, how do you...
intentions of going out to work.
With this girl that was on the phone, you don't know her situation. Same way you didn't know my niece's situation.
But come here, that girl got on the phone and told me that she does get social welfare and she is not going out to work. And that she's happy to go on her little holidays and everything.
You know how much
excuse me, I didn't know. Hello?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs for childcare a month?
Yeah, I do.
So do you think people that go out and do 39 hours a week for minimum wage...
Because you're a lone parent doesn't mean all the family melt. If you're a lone parent, you still have family. They all don't emigrate out of the country.
How do you know she has family?
I'm sure there is family or friends that can help her.
How do you know?
Because she seems to know an awful lot. She does, because she hasn't got a clue.
Listen, come here till I tell you. If I wasn't working tomorrow and my friend asked me...
I'm not talking about, but you seem to know an awful lot about people, but you really haven't got a clue what...
Obviously, you 2 children, you've no family, obviously you've no friends, because nobody is going to help you mind the kids till you go out and do a bit of work.
Well, why should I get anybody to mind my own kids when they're my own responsibility?
And if you went out and got an extra few bob into the house, you wouldn't have the freeload completely off the social welfare.
Excuse me, no.
Doing something.
No, I don't agree with you at all. I don't.
No, you don't, because work is involved. You break out.
Walking is involved when the kids are a bit older than that. Now when they're trained.
I tell you, there's no point waiting till they're 21.
Did I say I was going to wait
now?
I was going to tell you. I didn't say I was going to wait till I was 20 or 21. When they go to school, I will go out and get a job. Until then, I will look after my own kids because I'm my responsibility. Because I have to
get out and get a fucking job and rear them if you're own responsibility.
When they're 5, as I fucking told you. You fucking cheek.
Don't be letting the on your terrible cheek. You don't know.
I haven't got a terrible cheek.
I told you around and said earlier on, like that lady's after saying there, you did call them all sluts and slappers. You did
call them all sluts and slappers.
They were all the same. They were all.
You need to get cotton buds.
You need to get caught up to close our ears up because I haven't got a fucking clue.
Somebody
you're bleeding right. You haven't got a clue. Have you got kids? Have you got kids? Have you got kids? And
I have children and I go out to work for them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I do work for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really.
I actually work for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I tell you, I have about 500, maybe 1,000 children because I'm fucking paying for all years.
Yeah.
hate them anymore, and maybe the real lone parents are trying to slag off all the sluts and stuff might get a bit extra in their boot instead of getting a cut back.
I can't wait till when your kids get pregnant because sluts and tramps and everything.
Come here till I tell you, love.
The golden flute men walking around, yeah.
I would help. I wouldn't be like your family, Melt or something. I'm sure your family that can help.
Not lives near our family. That's all I get. No, not everybody's in the same
She has
situation.
friends. Is she that bad she doesn't have a
Not
friend?
everybody will eat their kids. She's after telling you she'll go to work when they're 5.
Come here till I tell you, when 5
You can't judge every one them the same. You're trying to judge them all, and you can't do that.
They can get the family to help them. To help look after the kids at the family.
Look, not everybody has a family. You're getting told that.
I'm sure she has friends.
As I keep saying, everyone's circumstances is very, very different. Very different. Not, you know, there's not one size fits all anyway. I'm just looking at a lot of the text messages coming in. 53104 for 20 cents. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. How many people agree? I'm a single mother of four kids, okay? Have 3 boys. One is autism. I can't get out to work. I'm a lone parent. There you go. Mel is on the phone. Okay, Mel is not on the phone. We'll try and get Mel back if we can there, guys. Let me see. Hi, Chris. That one that called those poor girls tramps and scumbags is vile. There you go. Vile is the word they're using for some reason. They're not very happy with you. And Sarah, there are a lot of people saying you've been treated terribly by this woman.
Yes,
because she's very full go on her mouth, she is. You know what I mean? Chris, there's no need for her at all. She thinks that she knows everything, that she's criticising everybody else, like. She has my blood boiling, she does. She has my blood boiling.
I know, but from the sound it wouldn't take much to boil your blood.
Excuse me, it takes an awful lot for me for my anger to come out. But you, by trying to say my kids were mistakes,
You've a little
and
down her mouth in you as well, Sarah. You've all day tomorrow to cool down when you're sitting watching the telly.
What do you mean sitting watching the telly when you have two 3-year-olds running around? Yeah, but you look after your 3-year-olds. No, I don't sit around watching.
You said you love looking after them. That's your job.
Yeah, it is my job. I wouldn't be sitting around my house watching telly. I bring my kids out, do stuff for me kids, activities. Yes, I do. And that's none of your business where I bring them out.
You get vouchers and that now to bring them out as well.
No, I don't get vouchers to bring them out. What are you on about?
You know,
what are you on about your vouchers?
You might get an odd little help to bring them out.
What's that mean now? Can you explain that to me? Because I don't know what you're on about.
Well, you're getting everything else free off the state.
Now, excuse me, what am I getting free off the estate? I'm on the lone parent.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, here's a question. Keeps coming in all the time. Great idea. Love to go out and work, lads. How much is it going to cost me for someone to mind the kids?
€1 a week in childcare. Because I was a childcare worker, and that's what it is. The most precious to get your one child minded, €180.
And if you got 2 kids, it keeps going up, Marie, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I was a childcare worker.
Yeah, now people are all right. Some other people are saying to us, maybe, just maybe, that you can get my mother minds the kids for me, Chris. There you go. Get that simple-minded woman off the air. Ouch, that hurts. Mel, can you hear me now? How are you?
Hiya.
Okay, now you don't like the attitude that you're hearing at all?
No.
All right, tell us why.
Because my mum is a single mother and she's calling girls all these names. Like, that's disgusting. That's not girls' fault. That's the fella who's double mind and she's trying to say bring them to court. Now, some people do bring them to court. That doesn't mean they're still going to step up.
And maybe you can bring them to court and they'll say they'll pay and they don't.
No, exactly. They still don't pay. And no matter what you do, there's no need to call anybody whatever names they are. That lady doesn't know anybody's background to go around calling them all these names. It's nothing got to do with her, with anyone else.
You sound old enough now to be working.
Yeah, you know, and your husband probably has a few kids.
Do you, Mel?
Who probably has to pay the maintenance.
Now, you're putting your lip and talking to Mel.
Okay, go on, Mel. Yeah. Mel.
No, yeah, it's not your place at all to be calling any girls them names.
No, but it's like your mother is a lone parent. Are you working?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and so the children couldn't be really that small with your mother.
But what has that got to do?
But sure, your mother could get out and get a bit of cleaning or something.
But why should
why should she? Because
my mum wants a job or not?
Because she's taking in taxpayers' money.
My father got up and walked away. That has nothing got to do with you.
That's nothing got to do with the taxpayer because your father got up and walked away.
If she needs the money.
Yeah, but she had a little cleaning job.
Well, what if she doesn't have the time for a little cleaning job because she's got little kids at home?
But I'm sure you should help her on your day off.
Well, sorry, what if she doesn't have the money for a crash? What has it got to do with
But I didn't say put them in a crash.
But you're
I'm trying to say there's enough of you probably there to help her. She's family and
all
friends.
these horrible names.
She's family and friends.
Money. Don't be calling people horrible names. Would you like it if someone started calling you the names?
It wouldn't cost me a tot. I've often been called dreadful names. It doesn't bother me.
Don't call people. Don't call other people that.
Yeah, but come here, can I tell you, Mel, don't be there now. Relax now for a minute. Would you, has your mother no family to help her so she can go out to work?
Girls that you don't know. You don't know any of these girls, and you're making yourself...
No, but I know they're freeloading off the state, Mel.
Okay, hold on a second. I want to read this out to you guys. 53104 for 20 cents. That woman is a witch. Really don't like hearing I'm a single man who has always worked at the... sorry, that text is all over the place. We'll go into that. Anne is a complete dope. If she was a single mother and lost her job, she'd have to claim for the kids. I'm sure she would, but she's not talking about that. You're talking about people overdoing it, Anne, aren't you?
I'm talking about these people, Chris, that have no intentions of going out to work.
Ever.
They're just grabbing everything they have. You have lone parents that do genuinely go out and do their few hours. Some of them go back to college and everything to make something of themselves. But then you have these little ones that just couldn't be bothered. It's handed into their hand. So they're just happy with what they're getting. There's no need for me to go out to work. And I'll pop out 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
All right. Hang on a second there. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cents. Is she right in what she's saying? Because let me see. There's all right. Some of the text messages I actually can't read out to you for the obvious reasons. Back in a moment.
Chris Barry on the FM104 Phone Show. The man who gets Dublin talking. FM104. Call us now on 6797 FM104.
Welcome back to you. It's FM104 Live. 6797 FM104 is the phone number. Laura is on line 1. Laura, how are you? Hello, Laura? Okay. Mel can still hear me, I think. Can you? No, Mel can't hear me either. All right, never mind. As we were saying, Sarah, you're getting a lot of support now. You'll be delighted to hear.
Good.
A lot of support because people think, my God, that poor woman has been treated disgracefully, absolutely disgracefully. Because I'll just read some of the text messages coming in. Let me see. My name is Roland. That Anne is a complete dope, and if she was a single mother and lost her job, would she be so stuck up as not to claim for her kids to dress and feed them? I think that woman is completely right about the single lone parents. I can make allowances for one child, etc., etc., etc. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, to put it mildly. Anyway, Laura is on line 1. Laura, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Okay. Do you all right? We're getting guys calling us in, and she said Anna's a complete dope.
Yeah.
Roland is saying. What do you think?
I think she needs a big smack of reality.
Okay. Well, you give her that. You give her a dose of reality. Go ahead.
Well, my mother is a single mother. Well, she was. We're all grown up now, but
right.
She done her best to try and get the best for us. But at the time, she couldn't work. She hadn't got people to look after us and so on. And we were in school, and she'd have our lunch ready, coming home from school and going back to school. She'd have the washing done and the dinner ready when you got home. Mothers just don't sit around watching Jeremy Kyle.
No, they don't.
Some of them do.
No.
Some of them do.
Well, you were saying all of them do.
I didn't say all. I said some of them sit at home all day, watch Jeremy Kyle. You have some of them to go out there to do their little bit of job. Some of them go back to college to better themselves. Then you have the others that just sit there and freeload and pop them out.
What about the single mothers with small children, like babies and toddlers?
But they can get some of their family or friends to mind them while they go out and do a little bit.
What if they're out working to support their family?
But I'm sure they're all not out working.
Not everybody has family to look after their kids.
Yes, they're all saying the same. It's not when you become a lone parent that all your family just disintegrate. It doesn't happen.
But what if they're all working? Who else minds them?
But I'm sure there's one or two of them now that's going to be at home. They all don't, because you're pregnant, everybody bursts out and gets a job. It doesn't happen.
But that's what you're saying. Every single mother should be out working. But when in reality there, you're saying that not all of them is going to be working.
No, well, some of them go to college and they try to better themselves. They're the ones now that are really putting their heart in it. Then you have other people that might have a child with a disability. You can't expect them to go out because that is a hard job. But then you have other young ones that are popping out 2, 3 and 4 and they're sitting at home all day and there's no intention to go out to look for a job.
Sitting at home all day with 4 kids.
Yeah.
To see your house.
Get out and get a job and get someone to, and then you...
Who's meant... See, this is a bit... Okay, I understand why people... Who's meant to mind the kids, though?
But Chris, you have friends and family.
So you give it to the mother, is that what you're saying? Give it...
Off on your friends.
Your mother would mind them. Like if one of my daughters were out of work, I often took the kids on my day off. Like
on your day off?
Yeah.
Well, you work. So what about the other 4 days?
Yeah, well, on the other 4 days then, my other daughter-in-law, she'd be off. She'd take them.
So the kids are going from pillar to post?
No, they're going around the family. They're not going from pillar to post after the
Well, that is. They're in a different house every day. They don't know what's what and where.
No, they wouldn't be in a different house
after me
every
today.
day.
Like, they're getting dragged from here, there and everywhere.
No, they wouldn't be getting dragged. They'd be...
Well, that's the way it sounds. If you're saying they're going from one...
They'd be with family. They'd be with me today and next door with my daughter-in-law tomorrow. You know, they're
probably down in Wexford next week, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
I work 3 days a week, so I actually can take them. I can take them then 2 days, and my daughter-in-law then would take them maybe on her 2 days. So she's working 4 days. She can support her children.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I mean? That's what happens. Like when she got pregnant, we all didn't just disintegrate her.
But, like, you wouldn't like to be dependent on other people to be looking after your kids.
But that's what friends are for. Friends and family help you out.
They're your responsibility, so why would you want your friends to be looking after your own
family
kids?
should help you out. If your friends...
They're your responsibility, our kids.
I know they are, but if you got a little job and you said to your best friend tomorrow, listen, Mary, will you mind Rodney for me till I go to work? And she said, Jace, I can't. I'm sitting on the home here all day and I'd be too tired. She wouldn't.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want that, my friends. I know I have good friends, but I wouldn't want any of my friends watching my kids.
Are you saying you don't want to be sort of a burden on your mates, your family, or your parents?
On the taxpayer. You're going to be a burden on the taxpayer.
When you have kids, you want to look after them yourself up until they're the age when you can get a job.
Well, come here. If you want kids and you do want to look after them yourself, you do have to make sure you're able to support them. You know what I mean? You have to make sure you're able to support these children.
So no one's to have sex in case you can't support your children.
Has to not have sex, but I'm saying before you start having sex, just a packet of condoms isn't going to cost much. And then when you have a job and you're ready, you know you can support your child. You know what I mean? You know you can support them without having to...
So you'd rather send your kids off to be raised by other people every day of the week?
No, you don't send your kids off to be reared by other people. Now, you're just looking for an easy way out. You ask your family...
An easy way out. How is that an easy way out? How is that an easy way out?
You're saying send the kids to everybody, different people every day.
That's what you're saying. Send it to
family. Do you know what a family is?
No, I don't, because I haven't got very much family.
Hang on a sec, guys. Hang on a sec. Can I go to Lisa on line 3? Lisa, you're live on FM104. How are you?
Hiya, how are you?
Not bad. Okay. Now, I know today's a pretty special day because people are ringing us and saying, actually, Chris, we've lost money. And we thought things were improving in the economy. And they see this as an unnecessary cut, really.
It is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how they expect it to work, like, in any way. And I was just listening to that woman on there, I didn't catch her name.
Anne.
Yeah, saying that, lone parents, like, once you become a lone parent, you don't lose your family, and that stuff doesn't happen. Pretty much does happen. Like, I had my son 4 years ago. The same week I lost my mother. A year later I became a lone parent, and currently I'm working my arse off. Now there's only me and my mother, and I have 3 brothers who all work their arses off. So who am I meant to give my son to, like, and then work for these cuts, like? She's saying it doesn't happen. It does happen. Like, just because she's not in a situation, she can't say it doesn't happen. It's a bit of a stupid argument, I think, like.
There you go. Anne, do you want to tackle that?
Yeah, well, I'm sure she has a friend that will help her out.
Oh, you're just...
No, I don't have a friend. All my friends are out trying to work for these cuts, like. They're trying to make up their own living, and
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't be working all the time. Like, if you know what I mean, they wouldn't be working all the time.
Some people said they're going to lose around 60 to 90 a weekend.
Yeah.
Is your advice go and get a little job and do something? Is that what you're saying?
If you're going to lose 60 or 90 euro a week, get out. Like, there's cleaning jobs out there, there's healthcare jobs, there's loads of jobs.
That's exactly what I'm working in. I'm working in healthcare. I'm working the arse off. I'm lucky if I see myself for an hour at the end of the day. Like, only for my ex-partner's mother. If I didn't have that woman now, I'd be lost. Like, genuinely, I would be lost, and she's helping a lot.
You're out working.
You're out working. When are you meant to see your children then? To make up these cuts, like.
Yeah, but you're out working.
Family time and quality time as well.
Yeah,
but you're saying there'll always be someone there to help out for that person by working. That's not the case, like.
Yeah, but come here, you're out working, you said, in the healthcare.
The cuts either.
Yeah, but you're out working in the healthcare, so you shouldn't really need the lone parent.
Well, I'm a healthcare assistant, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I do need parents very much so. Like, I'd be lost without it, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're out working. You're
less than a cleaner would in an hourly rate if you knew anything about healthcare properly.
I know all about healthcare, actually, to be quite honest with you.
As healthcare assistant, so have you worked as a healthcare assistant?
I had, yeah.
And so you don't go on rates?
I do.
All of them?
Yeah.
I'm probably on one of the lowest rates going. Like, cleaners would get more money than we would.
Yeah.
I'm out working 14 hours a day sometimes.
And that's pretty physical work too,
It is
Lisa,
a
I would
hard
imagine.
job. It is a hard job, but there's you. Yeah, but there's you. You're not freeloading off the state. You're out doing your little bit.
Justify all these cuts, like, because we're out working our arses off. How are we meant to see our children? And then as well, you have the people like me who don't have immediate family. I have 3 brothers. I'm the eldest of all 3 of them.
No, but you're not.
And our mother.
No, but you're not basically just living off lone parents. You are actually working.
Yeah, but without the
people that are actually working and getting help should not be touched. That's my opinion. They're people that are out there working, doing their best. But then you've young ones sitting there not doing a thing. Worrying about their hair extensions and that. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, that's a bit. Come on. Are they not supposed? I mean, you were giving out about a single mum having a holiday. What's wrong with a single mum having a holiday?
But she's having it off her back, Chris.
I haven't had a holiday in about 8 years. That's gone on shoot, like, and I work my arse off.
I work my arse off, and I don't know when I ever had a holiday.
She's come through, like, and then all this is, John Byrne's talking about the cuts will just fight. If the women can't get proper hours, we'll get them another up. Like, it's just, it makes no fucking sense. Like, how she's justifying the cuts, and people think that it's okay that mothers can go out and work and they'll have someone to look after children. It's ridiculous.
There is lone parents that sit at home and wouldn't be bothered going out to work. There is others that do go out and do their little bit.
Lone parents can't go out to work because they haven't got anyone to look after their children.
Come here, all lone parents say that. I don't give a shite what anybody said. All lone parents have the same excuse. They've no one to mind their children. They don't want anyone to mind their children. Some of them don't.
Hang on a second. Is Hazel there? Hazel, can you hear me? No, she can't hear me. Okay, we'll try and get Hazel back. But Lisa, sorry, the point you were making about all lone parents, Anne, go ahead.
The point I'm making...
Parents have the support system there to actually go out and work. I understand that what you're saying. Yeah, there are some women that do take advantage and sit there on their arse and take the easy life. But then there are... You shouldn't class them all as the same bunch. There are some girls out there that have children that don't have an immediate family or friends.
There is some out there that will go to work and will better themselves.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's some that physically can't because they don't have people to mind their children. Only for I had my son's granny helping me, I would not physically be able to go out and work, and these cuts would absolutely cripple me. Like, I would end up homeless from it.
So what you're saying, Lisa, if you didn't have that support, the family support, it's finished for you.
Completely, yeah. And it's all down to this one woman now in my particular situation. Like I said, I lost my mother the same week I had my son. All my brothers are younger and out working for themselves. They're on their own, so you can't expect them to mind a toddler, or even know what to do with them, really.
No, true.
3 young lads, So,
how old are they?
My brothers, the young, 22, 24 and 25.
Okay. Hang on a second. Hazel, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to have a word with Anne? Go ahead.
Yeah, that woman just makes me sick. Sure. Because I worked from the time I was 18 up to the time I got married. Then I left work to have my children. At 36 years of age, the husband walked out. I had 3 young children, At that time, my mother was 78 years of age. She was 42 when I was born. What was I supposed to do? Ask a 78-year-old to mind my children. Unknown to the children, I used to have to add water to the milk. I had no money. I wasn't putting them on spray tans or watching Jeremy Coyle. It was hard enough to pay the electric without that carry on. She just makes me sick. She doesn't have a clue about anybody's circumstances. Before that, I had never been on social welfare in my life. Now I'm back working for the last 17 years. I'm 60 years of age now. I did it all on my own. I was embarrassed to go to the post office to get my money, but I was entitled to that money to bring my children up, to send them to school while they had to go to school. I did what I had to do when I had to do it, and she just makes me sick.
Yeah, but come here.
Lone parents come in all categories.
There's young ones out there that don't even go out to work.
Yeah, and I couldn't go to work at the time. I had 3 young children. My mother was 78 years of age.
You've done your best.
Okay, hang on a sec, guys. Hang on. I want to bring. Want to bring
everybody in the one category. She hasn't a clue about normal everyday life, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
John is on line 1. John, you're live in FM104. How are you?
I'm living off the
Good evening there. I'd just like to ask all them ladies there that's shouting about these cuts and all that. Where the fuck is the fathers of these kids? Why should I be out walking 14, 15 hours a day to pay?
I'm just after telling you the father of my kids walked out, left his children. What was I supposed to do? Put them into care, and then the state would be looking after them.
Social welfare should have chased them.
Yeah, I tried to.
Why didn't the social welfare go and get his money?
Well, you
take him to court.
That's the social welfare.
Why didn't you take him to court?
I did.
And what did the court say?
The court said he was supposed to pay me X amount of money every week. I'd go to the bank, there'd be no money there. What was I supposed to do?
Court?
Sorry?
Take him back to court.
I did.
How many times?
Loads of times. And
the judge just let him walk away all the time.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't even produce his earnings.
And what happened to his PPS number? Could they not follow that up and take the money out of that?
Well, that's not up to me to ask them that. I'm only telling you the way I had to live at the time.
Yeah, well, they should...
water in the milk to have the milk for the children's breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, well, they should have took his PPS number, chased his PPS number, they would have got the money for you.
There you go.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they reckon about 60% of lone parents are not actually living alone.
That's true.
So if 60% are not living alone, John, do you think Anne is right in what she was saying? And this is why she was criticised. I was looking at the text coming in earlier, and a lot of people were agreeing with Anne. Anne, you were saying, hang on a second, you know, they've a partner of some description living with them, even though they're not supposed to. But then again, people will say, well, Jesus, you know, why shouldn't they?
What do you mean,
why shouldn't they? Why should they live alone? I know what you're saying. I know they're breaking the rules, but isn't it human nature, John, to be with somebody, to have a partner?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, and I have no objection to anybody having a partner. But why should they be claiming my money while they are not lone parents? Why should they be claiming taxpayers' money?
How about that, Sarah? I mean, you know, if that's the case, and maybe the system is wrong, you know, single mums, they shouldn't have to be single, should they? All their lives, for the rest of their lives.
No.
Would you like? I don't know if you have a partner. Would you like? I mean, presumably you want one at some stage.
Yeah, at some stage, but I haven't got a partner at the moment.
But you know, there are lots of.
Where's the father of your kids?
Sorry?
Where's the father of your children?
Where is the father of my children?
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue. Probably in his house.
In his house. So why should you be entitled to take my taxpayer, my money every week instead of him paying? Why should I have to pay for your children?
Well, come here, I'll tell you something. I'm independent, so I don't need him to give my kids money. Do you get me?
Because you're taking mine.
No, I'm not taking yours because I'm independent. I don't need to go through court to do all this. I don't need him. I'll do it all by myself. As I said to that girl on the phone, I'm a man and a dad at the same time, so I don't need his money.
No, but we're the ones that are paying it to be a man and dad.
No, you're not paying me.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
You're claiming parents' money every week. You're claiming social welfare every week.
Yeah, I am claiming social welfare every week.
Yeah, so that's my money. That's my tax money.
Yeah, your tax money. Well, then, you know what? If you're so complaining about that much, quit your job and go on without yourself if you have that much to say about it.
Did you know what? That's the actual attitude I expect from you.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to give you.
You're independent, and you don't want his money. How are you independent, love? How?
Well, why would I want his money? I don't need his money.
No,
I'm well capable of looking.
But are you not entitled to, they're his kids as well. Surely to God he's to pay his way.
Yeah, I know that, yeah, but like he's I'm not going to say, but...
Yeah, okay, that's fine. You don't want them in your kids' lives, and I respect that. I don't know what type of man he is, okay? Yeah. And I'm not getting at you personally, love. I'm not getting at you personally. Okay? I'm getting at the whole situation. Okay, yeah. I'm out working 14, 15 hours a day to support my family. Now, I'm separated, okay? So my ex at the moment is a lone parent. But she does not get lone parents because my PPS number was put through the system and I pay for my kids. So why should I have to pay for somebody else's?
And that was the point of the guy who gave us the email at the beginning. He just didn't understand why, possibly like yourself. He understood people have kids, that's fine, everyone's circumstances is different, but when he's paying for 3, 4 and 5 of them, he couldn't understand that, John.
No,
he just couldn't understand it at all.
I can understand a girl can go out and she's entitled to go out, she's entitled to sleep with whoever she wants to. And accidents happen and she has a baby, and that's fine. But learn from that mistake. Not go out and have 3 and 4 more kids that every taxpayer in this country has to pay for. I actually don't think it's fair. And if a woman only has one child and that child goes to school, fine, stop her money if she has to go to work.
Okay, stay with us, guys. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. How many people agree with John? We'd love to know. 53104 for 20 cent. Single mums, some of them, not all, but some of them seem to be getting a hard time. Is that figure correct, folks? 60% of single mums actually have a partner living with them. Is that true? Are single parents have somebody living with them? Do you think that's true? Is he right in what he's saying? I know there were stats for everything, as we well know. 53104 for 20 cents. 6797 FM104 is our number.
Chris Perry on the FM104 Phone Show. The man who gets Dublin talking. Miss him. Missed out. FM104.
Welcome back to you. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cent. Now, is that John, do you honestly believe that? Because stats can say anything. It depends on what you're reading, who you're reading, what newspaper it is. 60% of single parents are living with their partner. You actually believe that? Well, I know, Anne, you believe it, don't you?
I do believe that, Chris.
And can I bring back Sarah? Sarah, is that unfair?
Sorry, what's wrong?
60% of parents, single parents, live with their other half.
Well,
but they don't tell anyone.
Well, that's their business,
Well, it's not their business, Sarah.
Well, who else's business? It's not yours anyway, Anne.
Social welfare's business, and it's the taxpayers'
Can you ring up the social welfare and say that to the social welfare?
He's not living with you, Sarah.
No, he's not. Are you not listening to me? No, he doesn't live with me.
Got you out here.
Sorry?
I'm trying to just see, do you remember?
Well, come here, I remember, but you seemingly don't remember. I have told you about 6 times that I live on my own and I'm independent. I haven't got any...
You couldn't be too much independent. Independent means you're standing on your own 2 feet. You're earning your own money.
And I'm being a man and a dad to my own 2 kids.
I know what their expenses. You're being a man and a dad at our expenses.
You're
not independent.
Yeah, I am independent. I am independent. Well, I am independent because I look after my own 2 kids by myself. I don't need him in my life. So that's the way I put it, right?
You need to look up the word independent means you're
No, you need to look up the word no, you need to do that.
You're on your own 2 feet and you're supporting yourself. That's called independent.
I am. I support myself and I support my
your own and getting paid off the state.
Yeah, living on my own and getting paid off the state, yeah, but not
independent, you're freeloading.
No, I'm not freeloading on anything, right? I'm not freeloading on fucking anything.
Well, you are, because you're not independent.
No, yeah, I'm independent.
You're not.
Yeah, well, Chris, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yep.
Yeah, right. She's trying to say I'm not independent. I am independent. I'm on my own with my own 2 kids, and she's trying.
And that's being independent, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that was the case. Like, if I was living with a fella, I wouldn't be independent. But I'm on my own, with my own 2 kids, doing my own things with my own 2 kids. I am independent. Yes, I am. don't agree with her.
Okay, so let me read some of the stuff coming in. 53104 for 20 cents, folks. Let me see. What's the figure? This is what John was saying earlier on. It's driving people mad, by the way. Actually driving people mad. He came up with the figure of 60% of partners are living with, single parents are living with their partner to some degree and hiding from the social welfare. He said either it's right or it's not. That's the unofficial figure. That's all I'll say. Hard to get people to admit that. But there are a lot of people who just text in and said, they are. Your callers should get their facts right. Let me see. About family law, maintenance and access before they decide to go on air and speak about it. They're speaking about their own experience, believe me. And... oh yeah, there's a lot of guys calling us in about the judgments against them. Emmett is on line 2. Emmett, hello, how are you?
How are you, Chris? You alright?
Not bad, buddy, not bad at all. Okay, do you think, is that right? I mean, some people are saying to me 60% of them are living with their partner.
Well, I think it's disgraceful, to be fair. I mean, first of all, right, the way that I see it is a single mother should be walking on her own 2 feet and not fucking scrounging off the dole. They're mooches, if that's the word that I'm going to use now. They're mooches.
Mooches?
Absolute. They're mooches.
Do you understand that, Emma? Or what is it, Sarah? Mooches.
No, I'm not mooching off anybody.
You're a mooch. You're a little mooch. You take all our taxpayers' money for your own hands and then you say you're independent.
I am independent. Yeah, I am independent.
The only independence you have is going up to the Labour every Thursday for your money. Yeah, mooch.
No, come here, I'll tell you something. I'm not fucking mooch. You probably don't even have a job by the sounds of it anyway.
How about you go and you get yourself a job and then you support
and what did I just say to that little bitch Anne on the phone a few minutes ago? My kids are going to school and I will go out and get a job. They're only 3 now. That's another 2 years.
You're not getting a job. You're not doing that.
How the fuck would you fucking know? Because you're getting... How would you know?
You're getting your money...
Because you're getting your money off the Labour. You're getting your money...
Yeah, I'm getting me money off the Labour. And what? Yeah, until they're 5, and then I'll go out and get my own little job when the kids are in school. So I don't have to get any childminders to mind them, because I wouldn't let any other child go into a crash.
You're not walking and you're taking money off taxpayers because you don't want your children minded from other people.
I can't kids, can I? When they're only 3. As I said, when they go to school, I will go out and get my own job.
How does every other single mother do it? There's not mooching off the Labour then.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't hear you there.
How does every other single mother who's not mooching off the Labour do it then?
Do what?
How do they go out and walk every day with their 2 kids or 3 kids? Some people have more than 2 kids.
Well, they're probably older kids like that are already in school. They're able to go out and get a job.
I just turned around and said you're probably not the only one with kids that are as young as yours. So how come you're mooching off the Labour and there's other people?
I'm not mooching off the Labour. I'm not mooching off the Labour. I just said I wouldn't put my kids in a creche because they're my responsibility. So I would mind them until they're 5, and then when they go into school, I will go out and get a job. Until then, I will. I will go down. I'm not mooching. I'll go down and collect my one-parent family, and then when my kids are 5, when they go to school, I will go out and get a job. So other than that, I don't know.
So you don't want your kids in the creche, so instead you'll take 100.
No, I don't want my kids in a creche. I don't want my kids in a creche because I'm my responsibility. I don't want anybody looking after my own kids. I look after my own kids by myself, okay?
If you got your own kids with the taxpayers' expenses, you're a mooch.
No, I'm not a mooch. You're a fucking mooch by the sounds of it.
We're a mooch. I'm going off. I earn my own money. I look after
Yeah. A big fucking swing. Have you got kids, have you?
No, we don't have kids.
There you go. You have no kids. So you don't know the situation. So
why don't you get the money off the outlet as well then?
Off the outlet?
Yeah.
Because I don't need his money. I don't need his money.
You know what to do if you're scrounging for your money every week.
I'm not scrounging for my money every week. I don't scrounge for my money every week. No, I don't.
No one person is defending you. You're a mooch.
Yeah, excuse me. There's a lot of people defending me on the radio and they're ringing in and they're texting me and that don't agree with that. I'm one on the phone there. And the same goes for you as well.
Because she's probably a single when I'm mooching off the government as well.
And if that little bitch who's calling us all fucking knackers and tramps and all, that's who she is.
I didn't say that.
No, I know you didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying.
Isn't that right? You don't need the old fella's money. You're too afraid to put your kids into a professional...
I'm not too afraid to put my kids into a crash. I just don't want anybody else looking after me kids. That's what I'm trying to say.
I tell you what, you're just lazy.
Now listen, come here and tell you something, right? If you had kids and they were only 3, would you like them to go into a crash? Would you not like mind them yourself or get your partner if you had got a partner?
You know what I'd say? I'd turn around and say, maybe it's not my ideal situation, but I have to contribute to my country by paying my taxes and working, so then people don't sit on their arses 7 days a week.
Well, I don't sit on my arse 7 days a week.
So what do you do? Because you don't work.
I know I don't work. I do things with my kids. I go out with my kids every day. I don't sit on my arse. I don't sit in my house on my arse. I'm out with my kids every day. When it's sunny out, I bring them down to the beach, bring them out to the zoo. I do things with my kids. I'm not saying...
You're not contributing to my country anyway. And I guarantee you're the same type of person that'll give out about immigrants coming over to Ireland.
No, exactly. No, I wouldn't give out about that. No, I wouldn't give out about that.
Because then you could sit on your arse while people are walking.
No. I won't. I don't start me arse. You're not listening to me. No, I don't.
Yeah, you go out and you bring...
How can you stand your arse when you have 2 3-year-olds?
Contributing to my country. You put them in a creche the same as every other single mother. You go out and get a job and actually contribute for yourself and in the...
Yeah, when they're... Oh, do you know what? You're just not listening at all.
Okay, hang on, lads. Hang on a second. 53104 for 20 cents. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. It's FM104 Live. Can I just take one more? All right, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
Hiya, Chris.
Not bad. What do you say to poor old Sarah? And lots of Sarahs like her.
Chris, listen, I have to be honest, all right? I tuned in a little bit late there and I didn't catch as much as I'd like and to, but... I just have to say, Sarah is absolutely doing my head in. First of all, she's saying that when her kids are 5, she'll get a job. There's absolutely nobody going to employ something like that.
Now, how do you know that? Well, that's what I have full intentions of doing that when my kids are 5.
Filthy fishwives mouth on you, that's why no one...
Excuse me, and what have you got to say about that? And what have you got to say about Anne on the phone?
I'm talking about you. I agree with Anne, 110% I agree with Anne.
And you're calling me a filthy mouth?
You are a fishwife.
She was talking to us on the phone a minute ago.
You contribute nothing to society. You're actually a pimple on the arse of society. That's all you are. Okay. You're telling me you're saying you don't need the kids. How many kids do you have?
I have twins.
Twins.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't need their dad's money. Yeah, you do, actually.
No, I don't, because you don't know the circumstances.
I don't give a bollocks what your circumstances are, okay?
No, I don't give a bollocks.
You shouldn't be bumming off people.
Now, your opinion.
You're raising your children to see that it's actually all right to sponge your way through life.
Sponging my way through
you
life.
You are a sponger. You're not but a sponger. Come here. Do you smoke?
No, I don't smoke, by the way.
Do you drink?
Occasionally I do, yeah.
Do you watch Jeremy Kyle?
No, I don't watch Jeremy Kyle.
Do you eat jam bonds?
Do I eat jam bonds?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, we're not going to do a whole list.
That buggy brigade in the post office, they're all the same. They all have their same routine, okay? You're a complete peasant. That's what you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not. You're a complete fucking bitch like that. I'm one on the fucking phone.
You're an embarrassment to the country. I'd say you're an embarrassment to your family.
No, listen, I'm not embarrassed, my love. You're the only embarrassment.
Shame to yourself.
I shouldn't be ashamed of myself. Explain to me why I should be ashamed of myself. Come on.
What hope have you got? What hope if your kids got grown up with something like you as a mother?
Excuse me. Don't ever try to pull me down. Because I tell you something. I tell you something, right? You're trying to say what life was my kids got with me. They had a great life with me. A great life.
A great life by you showing them that it's okay to just sponge your way.
What is she supposed... Hang on. What is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do? She's a mother. She has a responsibility. She's got a couple of kids. So she's going to be a mother. That's what you're doing, Sarah. You're a mother. And you're going to do... I would imagine any mother I know... And I'll say it because maybe you're afraid to say, beg, steal, borrow, whatever the feck you have to do to raise your kids. Of course you're going to do it.
Yeah, of course I am, yeah.
There you go.
You kept your knickers on until you were able to look after what you get.
Excuse me, kept your knickers on. Well, my kids are planned, by the way.
They were planned. So that's how simple you are.
I'm not simple. No, I'm not simple.
You are actually fucking very simple because you planned to bring children.
Have you got kids?
And you
got kids?
Yes,
you got kids?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
24, 19 and 12.
24, 19 and 12, alright, yeah.
Why?
Right, yeah, go ahead, I'm fucking listening.
I didn't drag them up on fucking donations. I didn't have...
Well, I'm not dragging my kids up either.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not dragging my kids up. My kids are well looked after, well dressed, well fed. The lot.
Yeah, because we're all paying for them.
You're all paying for them. Yeah, I'm a dizzy cunt now. You're a dizzy cunt, love.
Whoa, language, ladies, please. You know that's the word we can't mention that word. 6797 FM104 is the phone number. 53104 for 20 cent. Can I go to? Is it Debbie? Hello, Debbie. How are you?
How you doing?
Not bad. Okay, she's got a tough time, but she's handling it fairly well because, as I was saying to her, she's going to do it as a mother of 2 kids. You're going to do anything. It doesn't matter what you have to do. You're going to do anything you can to get whatever the best deal you can for those kids. And it isn't much. Jesus, it's not much. But the taxpayer, why do you think some taxpayers, including women, resent it so much?
I don't know, but I know that what you're doing with that poor girl online there is allowing everybody that you're letting on earth to get her into an extreme temper because everybody is slating her, calling her names, giving her a hard time, making out that every single parent in the country sits down watching Jeremy Kyle and doing all sorts of, what was that woman on a minute ago talking about people eating jambons? For fuck's sake, that's not what the radio show is about. The radio show is about the cuts. And for people
like you can say what they want.
People on air to be
over people like her.
That girl down. That's disgraceful that everybody's lashing that girl out of it. That is disgraceful. And you need to have more. I'm sure I'm not the only person who texts in. So you need to have more people on. So that's a fair argument. That's not fair. What's happening?
You see, we can't force people to come on.
There's hardly.
Hang on. No. I'm saying it. We can't. Many people have supported her anyway. If you were listening, many people have supported her.
I know, but for the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes that I've been listening...
Well, I'm terribly sorry it didn't suit you, Debbie, but we can't just decide that Debbie wants certain people on the air and we should have them on the air. You can't just... whatever their views are, their views. For 30 minutes, everyone supported her. Maybe for 20 minutes, people didn't. It is tough and these things happen.
She's a mum and that's it.
No, but to be fair, we did, as I did say, Sarah, and I said to you... you will do anything. And I don't blame you as a mother. If you have to beg, steal, borrow, whatever the hell it needs to be done. There's no point saying, oh, Chris didn't have somebody on for 20 minutes. Jesus, that's not the bloody argument. The argument is there was a lot of other people supporting you anyway. It's not about that. It's not about how many minutes you get. Jesus, like a politician, did I get 19 minutes, 13, 12, or whatever? We cannot dictate who comes on the air. Terribly sorry, Debbie. Maybe you'd like that. Maybe you're part of a political party where you want everything dictated to. It doesn't work on here. It's a free-flowing show. That is just the reality of what happens. However, now, Lisa, were you being unfair? A lot of people agree with Anne, by the way. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why they keep agreeing with Anne. They agree about certainly certain things about Anne. Right, Lisa, were you being unfair?
No, absolutely not, Chris. What hope has that girl got? What hope have her kids got to bring them up? The cheek of her to turn around and say, I don't need the money off him.
Well, she's entitled to it.
But he has a responsibility and a duty to those kids. And if she is not woman enough to stand up and fight for the rights of her kids, what hope is there for her?
True, absolutely. Which is on. What about that, Debbie? You have that. I know. Relationships end. You don't know where the dad is. There's a lot of people telling us that story at the moment. But you're entitled to that, and he has a responsibility, hasn't he? He has a responsibility as the father of those kids.
Of course he does, and he should be made face up to it. And it's women like her, Chris, who have this country in the state it's in. This crap of going in, most of them are lying. They're not living on their own. And it's about time they were outed. They're fucking...
Do you honestly believe that? I
know it for an absolute fact. I have neighbours doing it.
Really?
I've reported people for doing it.
Okay, hang on. I didn't... That's a bit harsh, reporting them. Hold on. Aideen. Hello, Aideen. How are you? Is Aideen on line 2? We'll come straight back to her in a moment.
The FM104 Phone Show. Brought to you by BusyLel.ie. Looking to buy or eager to sell new, used or unwanted items? BusyLel.ie.
Welcome back to you. 53104 for 20 cents. Yvonne is online too. Hello, Yvonne. How are you?
Chris, I'd like to say to Lisa, I'm 35 years separated. My husband left me after 7 years with 2 boys.
Okay.
And I was on deserted wives, which was £47 at the time. I'm 63 now. I reared those 2 boys on my own. One is an animator and the other is a window fitter. They never saw me sponging. They put themselves through college, and she's calling that girl about the way that girl talks. Every topic you do, Lisa is on, and she has a filthy, dirty, vile tongue. Filthy tongue she has, putting down that young girl, because I know it is the struggle.
And it is a struggle, isn't it? I mean, you've got 2 kids.
I've never had a holiday.
And what about... I know single mums as well, and let's be honest, they're bloody exhausted most of the time.
You do, mate. And
it's not about money, it's about time. It's about time.
And looking after them. Like, I never went with another man. I stayed on my own. I'm 35 years on my own. I'm 63 now.
Oh my God, do you want a fucking Blue Peter badge?
See you. I'd love to meet you and tear lumps off you. Because every time this programme is on and you come on, I turn it off because you seem to know about everything that goes on.
Don't off, how do you know what I'd be saying? Don't be lying.
I listen to Chris Barry every night and you're on about everything. And I'd love to meet you up a dark alleyway and I'd take fucking lumps out of you. Putting down a poor girl with 2 kids. That was anyone to help her.
Do you now kept her knickers on until she could look after what she gets there?
Did you keep your knickers on until you were married, or were you on the pill?
No, I wasn't.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were fucking lying before you were fucking lying. You're bringing out the bad in me, because I don't forget you and tear lumps off you. I'm 35 years on my own, raising 2 boys. Listening to you.
And you've gone through a lot of life in 35 years, Yvonne.
You're 4 and 6, and they're 39 and 41 now.
She is deciding that she doesn't want the money from the kid's father.
My husband never gave me money, my ex-husband. I went to court. I was in court 10 times. He never gave me a penny. It was my family that helped me and my mother and father.
Yeah.
And when I was 37, I got an illness there was no cure for. Right? And I still have it. There's no cure for it. I'm on 120 tablets a week. And my mother and father came up here and looked after my kids. I was in hospital for a year. Nobody helped me. Nobody gave me nothing. And I had to come home then and take over looking after me boys.
You see, this is what I was saying earlier on. The reality for everybody, Yvonne, is different. Everyone is a different story. Not everyone's story is the exact same, is it? I keep saying this to people.
I don't drink or anything, do you know what I mean? I do smoke, the odd smoke.
Oh, Jesus, you can't be a saint. You have to live, Yvonne. You got to live.
I don't go out, like, I just go, well, mostly if I go out to the hospital for visits or down to the doctor.
I hope those 2 kids are good to you, are they?
Yeah, well, one of them, the fella that was 41 got married 2 weeks ago.
Great stuff.
And the fella that's 39 works for Sega. He's an animator. And his wife works in Microsoft. They met in Ballyfermot College.
There you go. You did well.
And they had a child in college.
But the bottom line is, all right, it was much harder for you back then because
£47 a week.
I mean, there was. Let's be honest, between you, there was feck all support for women.
There was nothing.
I mean, you were lucky to get anything because the various governments, they gave you a little bit, but what wasn't much. Now it's a hell of a lot better, and quite right too, because what a lot of the text messages were coming in and saying, yeah, we understand the money, but it's the amount of time, money, and effort. There may be not enough hours in the day to go out and get that part-time job and work.
Well, my plan was when they were 13 and 15, I'd get a part-time job. But instead I got me illness. Now, I don't know whether, do you know Ronnie Whelan, the footballer?
Yeah.
Well, his daughter was diagnosed, what I have, a good few years ago. And he actually raises a lot of money for it. It's called myasthenia gravis. It's an autoimmune disease. It'd be like a cousin of multiple sclerosis, what I have. But that was my plan. But I ended up in St. James's Hospital for a year.
But there you go. This is what I was saying. Everyone's story is very different. I want to read this out to you, Yvonne, as well. Harsh Chris, these parasitical sponges of society who need to get a grip, while some are legitimate cases, the vast amount are. The truth hurts and it's coming back to bite them in the arse. Ouch, that is not going down very well at all, to put it mildly. Anyway, coming up in a few minutes' time, sorry, we've gone way over time. We were just inundated with a lot of stuff. Bear with us on the phones, we're just jammed again tonight. Can I read this out? I won't come on. But my loan parents was stopped last month as my child hit 16. I went from 138 down to 235. I work about 2 days, and the welfare officer told me that I should not have been paid. I should have not paid my mortgage last week, and they would have helped me, etc., etc. The system is crazy. I know there's a lot of stories coming in and people think the system is it's an ass sometimes, and they really don't appreciate some of the comments coming in. But I mean, you're giving it about Anne and Lisa. I gotta say to you, and you may not like this, there are a lot of people onto us on the phones and on text as well. And you know, it's a typically Irish thing. They won't say it on air, but by God, they're saying it on text.
Chris Perry on the FM104 Phone Show. The man who gets Dublin talking. Miss him. Miss out. FM104.
Tell us how you would feel if that was the situation where there's the guards chasing a 15-year-old, and have a look at the video. The video was quite something, because actually there was one clown, actually, bless him, said, I can't see anything in it. It's a couple of seconds in, lads, just have a bit of patience, you do see it. And the guy was caught, from what we can gather, because, you know, for the guards, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Imagine the uproar if they had have let this allegedly 15-year-old, run riot around Dublin, and something happened. Everyone thinking, why wasn't the guards after him?
Yeah, they'd be saying, the guards were doing nothing, Chris, absolutely nothing. They were just sitting there having their lunch. No, they weren't. They were and in the video, the guards do nearly, to be fair, crash into oncoming traffic.
Yeah,
that
very
is
close. Yeah,
it's a close shave by somebody. What would you reckon? Give us your votes on this one. 53104 for 20 cents. We'd love to know if you were there today. Do we have the exact location? Roughly, we'll find out in a few minutes. We're going to be talking to the guy who actually had the video. Just let us know, and of course, anything else you want to talk about, get it off your chest. You know that 53104 for 20 cents, or 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Some people will go against anything the Gardaí do. This is from a texter just said they're darned if they do and they're darned if they don't. But that is true.
According to a picture sent in from Glenn, the car was eventually stopped a couple of minutes later at Terranure Cross. Now, I'm not sure if that's where the video took place, but a couple of minutes later it was stopped, and the car looks wrecked. It's on the back of a truck getting towed away.
And because, you know, a lot of people, you know, we were under the impression, sure, all that really happens at night in dodgy areas, Chris. No, happens in broad daylight. There's been some car chases, we heard about it at 8 o'clock in the evening, but this is in broad daylight. And is it a good idea? Here's something for you. Is it a good idea for the guards, for your sake and mine, to chase somebody in a car? Now, this guy was driving like a lunatic. I'll say it, nut job, lunatic, idiot, fool, whatever. Not a good idea to steal a car and you can't even see over the wheel. And what are they supposed to do in that case? Because a lot of you were saying, you can have a look online, that maybe it wasn't a good idea to chase this guy because that's what they want. They want to chase, which is odd.
Do you think a lot of people think they just give up if they weren't being chased? They just give up stealing cars. I'm not so sure. Yeah. I think it would just encourage them to like, if they knew they weren't getting caught, would just encourage them to keep doing it, wouldn't it?
It could. Then again, some of the joyriders will turn around and say to you, we're just doing it for the buzz. But they don't normally, to be fair, it's rarely you will see it during the day because, it's easier to get caught. There's a lot of heavy traffic there. And
imagine if you're on your way home from work, you're walking home and you nearly get run over by a stolen car. You're not expecting that I think it was about 4:30 or 5 o'clock today, near Terranure. Not expecting that.
No, you weren't. You weren't expecting that at all. Okay, we'll take your votes on that now. 53104 for 20 cents. Anything else you want to get off your chest? Share with the class. 53104 6797 FM104 is the number. Greg is on the line. Greg, how are you?
Good. How, Chris?
Not bad. This is your video.
Yeah, this is my video, yeah.
And tell us, you were probably a little bit surprised yourself. There you were with the video rolling and this happened. Just for the folks who didn't see it at home, just tell us what you saw.
Actually, I was quite shocked because I never saw, even in Ireland, I never saw such chases before. I'm a taxi driver and I have the camera only for my safety, but looks it's for actually everybody's safety. I picked up a job in Radisson and I dropped the customer actually in Georgetown. And I asked, like usually, I asked the customer, which way do you want to go? He said, let's go Harold Cross. And at the junction at Farm Road with Dodger Park Road, at the junction, you see the video when the crash actually happened. I think.
By the way, were you surprised that the guards were chasing this lad?
Not really. I think actually the guard tried to block his road. And
he did, yeah.
Not to cross in the junction, because if the car was not there, probably he would drive it all his speed actually in there.
Okay, hold on a second. Simon is online too. Simon, how are you?
Hey Chris, how are you?
Not bad. All right, is it a good idea? Because we're surprised. A lot of people were saying, why were the guards chasing a stolen car with a 15-year-old driving it in the middle of the day?
Yeah, like Chris, you know what? They probably would have caused a bigger accident themselves by chasing it, because, I mean, once that car got through the traffic, it was grand, and then them flying through the traffic could have caused more chaos, more of an accident. They're not as equipped as the police and the cops in America and England, as you see on the TV shows.
Here's one. I'll just read this text to you. I don't know how you feel about this. Maybe you do feel strongly. All joyriders should be shot. God help the guards in this case.
Yeah, but there's not much the guards can do, like, really. I mean, the guards are chasing people. I mean, they're not as equipped. I don't think they're not as good as they are in other countries, like...
What do you mean?
Like, they're chasing cars. They're actually not as equipped as that. And just remember, this is a small city. We don't have big open roads. We have...
No, this is in the middle of the day. You don't expect, all right, you're going to see a lot of dodgy stuff during the day, but the traffic can be busy during the day. And Greg, this is what you were saying. You were surprised to see the guards chasing anybody.
No, actually, I think the guards, they are doing their job, and how I said, the guy actually crashed into the guard car, because the guard, after the accident, he went off and he actually checked his car. The crash that we see in the next picture that Glenn actually posted up, actually it was crashed into the guard car.
The thing, actually, the initial Jeep that's in the video, the stolen car does actually crash into the guard car.
Crashed into the car. I think the intention of the guards is try to block him, but anyway, he tried to make his way through the red lights.
A lot of people are making the point, though, that it was a Jeep. It was a guarded Jeep that was stopping him. Mm-hmm. In the video, you can see that the guarded Jeep itself is travelling at speed. Now, if that car had hit the Jeep head on, I don't think the car is going to come out of it too well. The occupant driving the car, who we believe now is a 15-year-old, isn't going to come out of that too well. So he just narrowly avoids an accident as well. So that's what we're saying. Is it best to just let these guys drive off? I don't know, maybe they'll park the car up and they won't bother running havoc all over the city.
Yeah, it is, Keish, because basically the guards aren't as equipped, and you have to remember, these lads are getting more brazen by the day. These lads don't give a shite. They're probably coked out and they're drinking or whatever. So basically there's nothing really the guards can do. They're not as equipped.
Okay, we'll take a break. 6797 FM104 is our phone. Give us your votes on this. Greg saw it. By the way, if you're looking for the video, it's on our Facebook page, the FM104 Phone Show with Chris Barry. Have a look at that, and the video's there for all to see. Sent in by Greg, the taxi driver there. But the jury's still out on this. Is it a good idea for the guards to chase during the day? And they were using the Jeep. You can see all this in the video. It's a few seconds in. You can see all this. Is it a good idea for them to actually chase, or should they just hold back? 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Thank you to Greg who sent it in to us. By the way, it was his video, and many thanks for allowing us to use it. Clive is also on the phone. Hello, Clive. How are you?
Good evening, Chris. How are things?
Not bad. You think that the guards should definitely chase these guys?
I'm sitting there in the van and I'm thinking, what are you bloody on about? And what's going to happen if the guards don't chase this guy, this 15-year-old, and he's driving through some estate? whether it's at speed or whatever. Yeah.
This was a busy junction. You know, a lot of people were crossing the road. And to be fair, it was a miracle nobody was run over.
But that's what I'm saying. The guard to be slated. If he'd have gone and knocked somebody down, God forbid he killed a child or anything like that, and the guard to be slated then for not chasing them, for not doing their job. So what are these people on about? Of course, the guards are paid to go out and chase criminals. This guy's a criminal. He's gone stolen a car, apparently. I haven't seen the video, but I'm guessing it's a stolen car.
Yeah, he was arrested a little bit later on, where people are texting in his name now, and a lot of people know about him. Whatever, I can't say much. But Simon, yeah, well, you know, some people are saying to us now, look, he's 15, for love and honour of God.
He's not even old enough to have a licence.
So it doesn't matter one way or the other. You think broad daylight, he could have been going past to school.
Absolutely.
And he was doing...
A young child or a teenager or something coming out of school, or a traffic warden that was maybe guiding kids across the road out of school.
He wouldn't have had and he wouldn't have the maturity or the cop on to slow down, jump out of the car, whatever. Hold on a second. Simon, you heard what Clive is saying. He's saying the complete opposite to you. Guards should have just left them be. You're saying guards should have leave them be because they're too dangerous.
Yeah, sure. The guards would have cost more too. And anyway, sure, the joyriders could have killed themselves, and the best joyrider's a dead one anyway. I mean, the little scrouts that are being dragged up, so therefore it doesn't matter if they killed themselves or not.
Yeah, but it's all well and good killing themselves. What if they killed somebody innocent? I'm on about a child or a school drunk there or something.
The guards could have added to that as well, because they were flying along as well.
One thing, the Gardaí are qualified and fully trained in these situations, whereas the joyrider is just a job shite.
They're not as well trained as our colleagues across the pond, are they?
They're a lot better trained than that bloody 15-year-old, I can tell you that for nothing. That's why they're out there doing that, because they're trained and paid to do it.
So you think the guards should chase them because, you see, here's the problem. A lot of them will turn around and say, we do it for the buzz, we do it for the chase, that is why we want to do it. Hang on, hold on, Clive. We've joyriders calling us now saying, Chris, tell your man, i.e. you, Clive, it's for the buzz. That is why we're doing it, and it's, to be fair, it's not that often you're going to see a chase like this during the day, and it is unusual. This is going to happen. But Simon, you're saying, are you seriously saying, Simon, if you see a stolen car during the day, you would prefer the guards to pull back and do nothing? Because
they're enjoying the chase anyway. They're going to add to the chase. The guys are just going to.
So if this gobshite runs over 3 kids outside of school, you'll probably be the first person to phone us right now and every other radio station and say, where were the guards when those kids have been run over, Chris?
No, I wouldn't, because at the end of the day, the guards are useless anyway. I mean, they hardly know what they're doing. They could have contributed to it, and they're contributing to it more, because even as you just got on that text there, there's joyriders ringing in saying, oh yeah, it's for the buzz. Exactly, that's what it's for. So they're basically they're enjoying the chase.
Okay, hold on a second. We're going to take a lot more on this. Hold on. 53104 for 20 cents. Wasn't really a good idea for the guards. Because look at the position they're in. There's a 15-year-old driving at speed. They have their jeeps, chasing after these guys, they're going through some of the main junctions. These are busy junctions. At speed. Now, the guards are at speed. The joyriders at speed. This is in the middle of the day. The video's on our Facebook page right now. And, some people are saying, yes, the guards should just leave them be. Corey, hello, Corey. How are you?
How's it going, Chris?
Not bad. Leave them be or what? What are you saying?
The guards should have leave them be. What are they going to do to kill a lot of innocent kids walking on the pathway?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Well, you're forgetting one thing there, Corey. The Garda cars are all marked with stickers and lights and bloody sirens, so people are more likely to get out of the way of a speeding Garda car than a speeding unmarked civilian car.
If a car is going down the road at 80 kilometres an hour, you're not going to have a chance to get out of the way, are you?
Well, you're more likely to see one with bloody flashing blue lights and a big loud siren coming out of it, aren't you?
No, you're not, because you're going to be looking all around you. You're not just going to be looking the one direction, and people don't actually be minding them sirens half the time.
Well, I'm sure there was a lot of people rubbernecking and saw the squad car before they saw the speeding car.
I'd say they saw the video. Even if you look at the video, you can see that car coming by first. Then you see the Garda car.
Well, you're going to hear the squad car before you hear the other car, aren't you? You know what I mean? There's a siren blaring out of the bloody engine.
And there's always sirens going around every day. You hear sirens left, right and centre, so it doesn't really matter.
And when you hear it very closely, you're going to turn around and you're obviously going to see what's happening. And the first thing you're going to notice is a car coming towards you with bloody blue lights flashing on it.
Do you know what? The sirens don't get a chance to be that loud because the car is flying so fast.
Well, what's the first thing you're going to notice? You're going to hear it before you see it, aren't you? If it's coming from behind you, you're not going to see the car coming from behind you. You're going to hear it.
They're not really going to be minding. And a bunch of kids running across the road, they're not really minding the siren anyway.
No, the kids aren't. I'm not about the guards hitting kids. The guards are trained professionals. The guards are trained to deal with these situations in a professional way.
Okay, hold on a sec, guys. A lot of people will disagree with that, even though they are trained in what is it? High speed pursuit. That's what the guards call it. Text is coming into us 53104 for 20 cents. Why didn't they get the guy the helicopter to chase them? Presume they did, but if you saw the video, have a look at the video on our Facebook page. It's about a minute long. It's the last 15 seconds you need to look at. Paul is on the line as well. Hello, Paul. How are you?
All right. How are you?
Not bad. Okay. Yeah. What do you say?
I think the guy shouldn't chase them.
Why not?
Because it's dangerous, like them chasing them, put more fear in them, you know what I mean?
So you're going to frighten the 15-year-old if you chase him?
Yeah, you're going to frighten them, just leave them and then they'll get the helicopter to sort or something, you know what I mean?
So you allow a little 15-year-old tow rag to do what he wants?
Yeah, but there's nothing else for them to do around the area.
Give us change the record and give us a break, will you?
Bloody hell.
There's nothing for them to do. That old excuse. So, all right, here we are. There's nothing for us to do. What'll we do, lads? We'll rob someone's car, drive like a maniac, get a chase off the car, the car, and nearly kill people. That really isn't terribly clever at all, is it?
Oh, sure, I'm going off now to rob you out myself.
Wouldn't be surprised, with a mentality like yours, Paul. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, I'm going off.
But you're not 15. The difference is you're not 15, Paul.
I know, I'm nearly 22 years of age.
You're 22 years of age. There you are. I'm
going on 12.
Yeah, but no, mentally -6 by the sound of it. Anyway,
I love robbing cars.
Yeah, I know. I can hear that in your voice. But all right, you're 20, so you're 20 something, which is grand. That's you're a big boy now. You decide what you want to do. But if you have some 15-year-old robbing a car, hang on, what would happen, Paul? He's 15, you're 20. You have a lot of experience behind you.
Happens, it's nothing for them to do. That's why they're robbing cars.
Okay, right. No one believes that anymore, Paul. No one actually believes the fact that there's nothing for them to do, boss. You know what I mean?
I'm guessing, Chris, that this guy doesn't own a car or doesn't have kids.
No, he wouldn't own his own car.
No,
possibly.
No, anybody else's car. They can take any car I want.
He doesn't have kids either, I can guarantee you that.
Well,
you're only an agent anyway.
That's a bit rich coming from you, Paul. That really is a little bit rich coming from you.
Oh, you have to buy your boys.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Hold on a second. Simon, there you go. Simon, what were you saying about joyriders again?
Yeah, I was saying basically a good joyrider is a dead one, and Paul will probably agree that, if he's out robbing a car, that he's only looking for the chase anyway. So he's just...
But he admits it. To be fair, he admits it. He's looking for the chase.
He's proving the point that it's a bad idea for the guards to chase them.
There you go, Paul. It is. Paul he agrees it's a bad idea. Try and say that in English, Paul. Might help.
Right.
You see, we have a 10-second delay and we can cut anything we want out, so maybe you use the little bit of the brain that possibly is working. I'm not asking a lot, maybe a whole sentence in English. I can understand your mentality. So you're out robbing again then?
Yeah, no, out robbing tonight.
So we shouldn't be... By the way, why do the lads do it at 15 during the day? I presume you...
need a few quid, you know what I mean?
But you wouldn't.
Welfare doesn't pay our man.
Yeah. But you wouldn't do it in the middle of the day. You're not that stupid. Are you?
The parents now, they rob loads of things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Joe is online too. What do you see? By the way, somebody's giving out about the mentality. That is the mentality, lads. That's what you're dealing with. Check into FM104. We deal with real life here. They're actually the real deal, unfortunately. And there's a lot of them. 53104 for 20 cent. I'll go back to Clive in a second. And Paul, you're not alone, I hear.
No, I haven't seen any of my friends just waiting to get lift off.
Okay, I wonder where that car came from. 53104 for 20 cent. Is it a good idea? This is the daytime video. You rarely see this. You know, and thank you to Greg for giving us his exclusive video about this. What do you do, though? What do you do? You know, to chase during the day. They're damned if they do, and they damned if they don't. By the way, we're getting the Dennis O'Brien jokes as well. You know, the usual thing, which it's getting a bit tired at this stage. That's Joe is on line too. Joe, how are you?
How you doing, Chris?
Not bad. Okay, it's a pretty tough call because it depends what time of the day it is, where it is, what the car is going through, how crazy the guys are driving, and the fact that he's only 15. And as Paul is saying, and you know, Paul seems to know these things, and I can understand where he's coming from. The guards, Paul, a self-confessed joyrider, is saying the guards might frighten the 15-year-old.
Well, there is.
It's a point.
There's loads of factors to consider, as you said. But the guards, the Síochána, are there to do a job. If they do not enforce the law, they are not fulfilling their job. And that is the point. That is why they have been given the job. So they must, if there's joyriders going on, they have got to try their best to stop them. Otherwise, they would run the streets every day. Every day it'd be happening. It'd be crime all the time.
So you're saying it's at least a deterrent if they know they may get a chase, but maybe the final chase they're going to get. They got their man, to be fair. They got the guy.
That's it. That just shows that the effectiveness of the Garda Síochána system in the country. Yes, they do have their faults, and everyone has their own disagreements with what they do sometimes. Now, myself personally, I do not. They've done nothing to affect me. But the fact that they have... Some people have their own opinions of the guards because, unfortunately, these people, you seem to get them quite a lot on the show. They are actually breaking the law themselves. That's why they are getting in trouble with the Garda Síochána. The guards are there to do a job, and I think after watching the video that they did the right thing. They got their man, and that was the reason why they went out on the chase.
Okay, there you go, Paul. They got the guy. Got to be said, Paul. I mean, he got his chase, but they did arrest him. I suppose at 15, he's not really going to get much, Paul, is he? Have we lost Paul? He was nattering away there a second ago. Try and get it back if you can, guys. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Let me see. So more to the point, if they knew it was 10 years regardless of the age, they would stop a weapon in their hands. A lot of people are not too happy. Clive, is Clive there?
Yeah, still here, yeah.
Okay, Clive, what do you say to people like Paul? Now, he's in his 20s. And that is the mentality you're dealing with. The reason why they're laughing is because nothing really, they're caught, but very little is going to be done. They're 15.
Well, Chris, I grew up in an area where joyriding was rife. I never partook in it myself now, but I knew of numerous young lads who were in the same boat, had no problem nicking somebody's car and joyriding and that. But the area I grew up in had a lot of fields out the back, so what they would do is they'd joyride the car out in the fields, away from the main roads and built up housing estates and the likes of that. So they had a little bit of a kind of more mature mentality about it. Okay, I'm not condoning the fact that they were joyriding at all.
Yeah, but they were trying to be as safe as possible.
They weren't putting anybody else at risk apart from themselves. And,
yeah, because this guy was, to be fair, and you know, a lot of people are phoning us in now and saying, well, come on, Chris, give him a break, he's 15. I know he's 15.
Well, he's 15.
But he's also, you know, people are saying, give him a break, Chris. He's 15. But as I said to you earlier, they wouldn't be saying that to me if you mowed your mother down.
Yeah, or if you knocked somebody's child down outside of school, as I was saying.
He wouldn't do it deliberately.
No, absolutely, I wouldn't. I'm not saying he would, but you know, it's an accident waiting to happen when you give a 15-year-old control of a car.
Yeah, Paul. Sorry, Paul. We were asking. You're going out tonight. You're 22. You've been doing this anyway. The guy is 15 that was caught. He won't. I mean, he'll get a slap in the wrist, really, won't he?
You don't drive around by schools and all. You give it to on the empty roads flat. The back roads empty, give up plenty, you know what I mean? That's how it's done in Ballyfermot.
There you go. Let's go to John. Hello, John. How are you?
How are you doing? All right?
Not bad, John. Not bad.
All right. Just your man Paul there, Mr. Know-it-all on Ballyfermot, you know what I mean? How would he feel if that was a kid or something, his own child, he knocked down? If that, God forbid, something like that happened.
I think he's pretending to be an expert or whatever, but I imagine, Paul, you've never run over anyone, Paul, have you?
You spastic you muppet you. I'm around a lot longer than you. I'm around a lot longer than you. Oh, shut up. I'm not getting into that stupid conversation. That's how it shows your immaturity, you fool.
Not a lot going on upstairs there, Paul. Or, sorry, John, is there, you know?
It's all going on upstairs. I'm been around the block as well now.
Paul, people might think you're as thick as two planks.
Oh no, they probably do think that it's thick as two planks.
Well, Dad, do you know something? Here's your opportunity to prove them wrong.
What?
Here's your opportunity to prove them wrong.
Probably do anything to prove us wrong.
You probably would.
You're wrong. You're only a little mongo anyway.
I'm not even going to answer you, Tick, because I don't.
No, you're better off now because you get yourself in trouble.
Here's another one. I just want to read some of the text messages. I'll come back to you in a second, John. I think it's 53104 for 20 cents, by the way. I think the Gardaí are right. Any child would turn away at the sound of a few Garda cars close by. So accidents tend to happen when people are doing their job. That's in Niall and Wallen Donabate. Were they? I'll tell you what. We'll take the final poll in this. Were the guards right to chase somebody at the age of 15, a joyrider at 15 in broad daylight? It was a busy enough junction. Now, to be fair, it really, really was. But Simon, you're saying, and I don't know how Paul's reaction to this. He's with his mates. He's going out joyriding tonight. He's probably doing it now. You got picked up already, Paul? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got picked up already. Simon, you were saying, Paul, I just want you to listen to what Simon is going to say, because Simon, people might say you're a bit hard line with these guys.
Yeah, well, I think basically at the end of the day it leads to death anyway. They're going to end up crashing up the car and smashing themselves up anyway. So basically, and he'll agree as well, Paul will agree with me on this, that if the guards chase him, he's going to be looking for the chase. It's what he wants, am I right?
Do you want to chase, Paul? You want to chase?
Yeah. You're looking for the chase. So what's the point? The guards are just going to cause more danger.
Exactly.
What would happen if they didn't? What happened if they didn't? If they wouldn't chase you, or they pull back?
The lads would probably get bored.
Yeah, I'm sure. What about the helicopter? What's the helicopter
going to do?
That's too fast for us.
Exactly. That's why they use the helicopters sometimes. It depends.
Yeah, that's why they get blown as well.
That's why the off-duty member of the guard was a guy they were onto us saying, they understand how people feel. It really depends on the situation. It depends on the circumstances, and exactly as John, you were saying, where they are. Is it a built-up area? Is it busy? Sometimes they just have to. If the guy is erratic and really dangerous, they just have to put an end to it as quick as they can, and push the guy off the road. And could you imagine, John, what would the backlash be tomorrow morning if we read in the newspaper 15-year-old dies in chase with Gardaí?
Oh yeah, they'd be all feeling sorry for the Gardaí would get it in the neck. Of course they would, yeah. But come here, I just want to know, does he have an answer if a road car knocked into one of his family? What would he think of then? It's
good, but actually, Paul, it's a fair question. If it was one of your mates, one of your family members, say one of your mates in the car now, and they got run over. You didn't mean to run them over, but they got run over. Now, be straight with me. How would you feel about that?
I'd shoot them. I'd play around and shoot them.
Oh, good luck.
There you go.
Talking to this chick.
John Wayne is alive and well.
You're the little fucker. You don't know who we are, so shut your mouth, you little fool.
Well, hold on a second. We'll go to Greg. Greg as well. Greg is live on FM104. Greg, how are you?
How are you doing?
Not bad. Okay. Can you talk sense to this clown?
I'm sitting here and my ears are bleeding. He's talking absolute verbal diarrhea. He's talking absolute shite because he's saying, don't chase the 15-year-old.
Because you'll frighten him.
You'll frighten him. Chris, the guys get a call on the radio. They're not going to say, it's a 15-year-old jumping it. All they hear is it's going to be it's a fucking joyrider. But if this jumping is fearless enough to rob a car, he's obviously not going to be fearless with a few guys in the car chasing him. Do you know what I mean?
True, yeah.
He's afraid of something, so, I don't know, he's probably Paul's fucking cousin or something. Not Paul.
Do you know something? It could be.
It could be his little apprentice, maybe, you know? 'Cause this fella's a balloon that's on the radio.
Well, we're getting names. We're getting a lot of information now from people that tend to know this guy anyway. The lad that was in the video. From what we got, it could be all wrong. But we're getting the same name from different numbers over and over and over again. Are you comfortable, Greg, with the cops chasing these 15-year-olds in broad daylight?
Yeah. So the guys are only doing their job, but they can. If the guys stood back and didn't chase them, you'll have a whole lot of phone calls in saying the guys didn't do the job, the guys didn't do this, the guys didn't do that. The guys are doing the job, and yet you have people complaining over it. So I don't think you can ever win.
Here's a text, by the way, which I'd love an answer to this. Love to get an answer. And it is driving a lot of people mad. Hold on, I'll just try and find it now. 53104 is a text, by the way. One thing that gets under my skin, Chris, is when these people play the "we don't have anything to do" line. The young 15-year-old wasn't afraid to run the car. Can't believe you gave Paul airtime. No, we want to give him airtime. We want to give you an example of the real world we live in. Sometimes, yeah, that. But you see, that is the mentality of the people who are robbing the cars, lads. That is the problem. That is why they do it. If you want to find out why, Greg, you know why they do it. They do it for the buzz, the thrill.
Yeah, but going back to this, there's nothing else to do. There's in areas that are disadvantaged. There's numerous amounts of.
That's an old excuse. There's lots to do. We know that.
Yeah. But there's no excuse for there's after school clubs, there's drop-in youth clubs. This crap doesn't play anymore. All this, there's nothing to do in the area. There's plenty to do in the area. Like, these scumbags just don't they get involved in these things, you know?
Well, no, because as we actually here's an interesting point. As we speak now. And this probably happens every night. As we speak now, Paul and his mates, you heard his mates in the background. And you can say what you want about them, but we did a bit of checking here. They are going out and they are going to rob. That's exactly what they're going to do. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. We lost line 1. We'll try and get that if we can. We'll go to Aaron in line 3. Aaron, you're live on FM104's phone show. How are you?
How are you doing, Chris? I'm Brian now, eh?
Not bad. What would you say to poor El Paul?
Come here, Paul. Look, I know. Look, I've been there, yeah? I'm only out of prison. Only after down 6 years, yeah?
Right.
Over robbing cars.
You didn't do 6 years for just robbing a car now?
No. There was more.
There was other stuff.
The madness, yeah, but I don't want to go into it, yeah?
Okay.
But, and anyways, I've been there robbing cars now, but come on, like, how old are you, Paul? How old are you, mate?
Paul said he's 22. He's 22.
22. Well, look, I'm 23, you know what I mean? Like, grow up, man. That's 14.
And did you go out with the mates, just like him, you know, nice night like tonight, get an L car, take it for a burn, away you go?
I've often done it.
And what was just explain to people what was going through your head? You obviously did it when you were about 15, Aaron, did you?
I was going through, yeah, when I was about 15, 16, 17, I was running them up, yeah?
Yeah.
Running them, like, I was like talking to a wall, yeah? Full of tablets, full of everything, yeah? I'm from Finglas, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, bleeding, whatever else then, bleeding, you're going in, you're getting into people's houses and taking their keys, you're not even robbing cars, like, you're just out, gone. You know what I mean? And they're getting top of the range motors.
So that was the buzz of the chase. It was to get did you cruise around an area, whatever it was? You saw a nice car and you said, right, we'll try and take this one.
Yeah, we say, look, we sit around, look for lights on the house. Yeah, right, that's a nice Vector, or that's a nice bleeding Subaru or something in the garden, in the window, around there.
How did you get the keys? Did you fish them or what?
No, we barrel pop the door. Just barrel pop the lock in the door. There's no one in there. Straight in the hall door, and there's the keys. Lovely. Usually you don't have to even step foot in the door. They're usually inside the door.
And they're always in the hall somewhere, aren't they?
Yeah, do you know what I mean, Chris? Like, I've been here, yeah? Like, and if he's 22 and I'm 23, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're a bit old. You're a bit old to be a joyrider 23 now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're sort of, you know, that's past your sell-by date there.
Yeah, look, I've had to do me time. I done me time for things that I done wrong, yeah, and it involved robbing cars. There was things like that involved, yeah, grand robbery and whatever else, yeah. So I wouldn't be into any of that now anymore, to be honest with you. So what I'd say to Paul is just try and chill out. You know what I mean?
There you go, Paul. There's a guy. He's 23. I think you said, Paul, you were 22.
Yeah, 22. What's go now?
And you heard Paul said, been there, done that, done all the stuff you're doing, and it ain't work. It didn't work for him.
It did work for me. He obviously didn't do it right.
Paulie, can I say something to you, mate?
Yeah, you didn't do it right, mate. You had to
come here.
Just listen to him, Paul. Listen to him for a sec.
Paul, I done everything right, man. I done everything right. I still have me money.
If you done your time, man.
Look, I still have me money for it. I done me time for, yeah. I'm just saying I've been there, mate. I would like you saying.
I've been there myself. I locked up myself, pal.
Yeah, I know you would have. I'm not playing disagreement anyway, because I can't. I would only be a hypocrite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, bro. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro. I wouldn't like to see a bike came down big jail. Wouldn't like to see anyone down. You know what I mean?
Ah, fuck it. It's like a bleeding holiday home up there, it is.
I know it is, but you can't beat the freedom.
No, it's where can you go wrong? That's all special, yeah.
You can't beat the freedom, but you know what I mean?
I know, you can't beat the freedom, but fuck it, innit? You do the crime, you do the time.
Ah, that's it.
There you go, Greg. That was an eye-opener to you, Greg, wasn't it?
Oh, these people are fucking...
I mean, did you hear the mentality, though? The mentality was something else, wasn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a real world they're living in. They're living in a bubble.
They're like mates there, like best buddies.
I'm afraid the fella who come on there and said he'd done jail, he's actually talking sense, and I think he's learned his lesson.
Clearly he did. He all right, he went in for other stuff as well, and fair enough, he doesn't want to tell us about it. That's okay.
We're not talking about that. He's talking about joyriding, and I'm afraid he is trying to talk sense into Paul, and I respect him for that.
You see, this is the bit that gets a lot of people. You know, the reason this made the news today is because it rarely happens during the day that it's captured on video, and the guards are stuck between a rock and a hard place here. But a lot of people are now saying, vast majority of people are saying, yeah, chase them, doesn't matter, because they have to chase them. Here's another why. I mean, because sometimes, Aaron, sometimes it depends. Every chase is different and every circumstance is different.
Chris, but can I say something? Can I say one thing?
Go on.
Right, when police, it's a different story. When you're on your legit bike that your ma is at the buying you for Christmas, eh?
Yeah.
I just want to say this. When you're the young lad, the police have no problem with ramming you off that bike, and they don't care what's going to happen to you.
Is that because is this your own personal story? Is that what you're saying?
This is an own period. This comes from experience. I've been there on a young fella on a bike that my mother bought me.
Yeah. Is this because there's a bad vibe and bad blood between you and the cops?
It's because a bad area I live in.
Don't blame the area. The area it's not the area. It's the people.
I'm saying that they paint everyone with a certain brush because they're from a certain area. That's all.
No, they're not. They were just painting you with that brush because you did all the jail time and you did all the bad stuff that you were talking about. That's why.
This was before they even went to prison, Chris.
Yeah, but you had form. You admitted you had form.
Yeah,
they're not going to treat you like a Boy Scout if you have form.
Yeah, I know that, but still, you don't ram anyone off a bike.
I know, you shouldn't do that, but, you know what they're going to say to me? You know your man you had on last night, Chris, he did this, and this, and he's a lying so-and-so. You know they're going to say that to me.
Yeah, I know. Sure, look, you're going to get it, but look, no one knows. When they take a personal, they take a personal, we don't. If they had a field for us, if they had somewhere for us to do things when we were that age, if they had somewhere to do something, but they never did. And young lads and kids... Well,
how is it the rest of the kids manage not to do it and the rest of the kids turn out grand?
Yeah, no, I'm seeing younger generations coming up now. My mother's be telling me, and she'd just be saying, remember him, and I'd be saying, he was only a young lad last time I seen him. And they're all this smoking weed, chilling out, hanging around corners, gangs of them. They don't fuck all. They don't nothing. Like, there's nothing for them to do.
And is that an excuse, though, Aaron? Is that an excuse?
It's not an excuse, Chris. It's a fact.
It's a fact as you see it, but people will say, well, hang on, if you're doing the old I've nothing to do and there's nothing for us to do excuse for us to behave badly.
No, it's not to behave.
No one put a gun to your head and say, right, you're bored, so go and rob a car.
No, I know that, I understand that, but like generation after generation after generation, I'm at the same word. I'm at the grown up in, yeah. I mightn't be that old, yeah. But, like, over all the generations, every single generation turned out the same.
Okay, hang on a sec, Aaron, hang on a sec. I'll go to Paul in a sec. Paul, are you in a car?
Well, no, I'd be in the car whenever I want to be in the car.
Okay, hold on a second, Paul. Keith, hello, Keith.
How are you doing, Chris?
Not bad. Go ahead, Keith. You're saying they should just back off, leave him be.
No. Don't say back off, leave him be. I'm saying there's other alternatives. They could have backed off because all he was interested in was the adrenaline of the chase. Well, they should have used a helicopter and...
They may not have enough resources. Could be that simple.
Yeah. I understand that, Chris, but I reckon a helicopter and a Stinger would have been the best manoeuvre there today. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that requires a lot of manpower, though, doesn't it?
It doesn't really, no, Chris, not really.
Yeah. No, coordination and manpower.
Coordination, but like once you have the helicopter, sure, you have...
you don't have the speed problem then. But again, I suppose, whoever is on the ground has to make a call, and if they spot this guy and say, well, hold on a sec, lads, there's a 15-year-old driving like a maniac in the middle of the day, past, going through red lights, really dangerous driving. The first thing they want to do is shut that down as quick as they can.
Immediately. Oh, yeah, I agree with you 100% there, Chris. But I'm just saying, when it got out of control, when he got away from them, there had to be other alternatives. You know what I mean? Now, I do agree that it requires extra manpower, but a lot of coordination goes into it because there's plenty of communication between helicopters, cars and everything else,
Okay, hold on a second. 6797 FM104. We'll take a quick break. We'll do a quick wrap up on this. A lot of people want to talk to Paul because Paul he's going out tonight and obviously he's going to rob another car. And there's nothing unusual about it. Aaron, to be fair, he's been there, he's done that. There's a lot of people commenting on that video, by the way, because it's rarely captured where you see it in a really busy street. This is captured by our listener. Greg exclusively gave us the video, and he's a taxi driver, and he said he was a little bit surprised to see what he saw today. But again, the guard, a lot of you are saying you're a bit. The response was you're a bit surprised that the guards were actually chasing this guy during the day, but. If you saw what happened, look at all the video. It's only about 60 seconds. It's on our Facebook page, the FM104 Phone Show with Chris Barry. And then you might understand why the guards were damned if they do and damned if they don't. Any questions to Paul and Aaron? Now, Paul is going out tonight as we speak. Presumably, as he said, Paul, you can get a car anytime you want.
Please.
You can get a car anytime you want, Paul.
Yeah, I can fish any, I can rob any if you want.
There you go. Aaron did that and it didn't work out well for him. Okay, we're going to do our final poll on this. 53104 for 20 cents to the guards. Were they right to do what they did today and chase a stolen car in the busy streets of Dublin through some pretty busy junctions as well? It was a 15-year-old, we're told, allegedly driving the car. He's been arrested. So as a lot of you were saying, well, at least they got the guy. Here's an interesting text. There was a road in Belfast. There was a lot of people killed by joyriders. The IRA took over the street and there was no more joyriding and people killed there. A vigilante crew in these areas, you will find that they will find something else to do. So the joyriders stopped killing, but then the IRA went on to kill people anyway. So there you go. Bit hypocritical there. A terrorist organisation taking over and being the police. Sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? But there, yes, I know the history about the RUC and etc., etc. I know, but it's still hypocritical of those people. Keith, you were saying the guard should have backed off anyway, and it was too dangerous. But in listening to some of the lads who've been on here, Are you a bit, that old excuse, we were bored, we've nothing to do, and there's not enough facilities? I mean, that's a bit of a joke at this stage, isn't it?
That is more the Chris. That is what Ting said before. That it's pure diarrhea. You know what I mean? Because there's plenty to do out there.
Aaron, you were saying that they were bored.
Yeah, everyone was bored, obviously, because there was fuck all to do. So what's he even talking about? You must have came from a fucking Dublin Ford or something, Pamper or...
No, I actually live in Fingles, and I'm a truck driver, you know what I mean? Like, I have a brain.
I know you have a brain. I know you have a brain as well. Everyone has a brain.
Yeah, well, someone say, yeah, well, we can use ours. I don't know what you use yours for, you know what I mean? I use mine for.
I have a 9 to 5 fucking job. That's what I use my brain for.
Well, it's not 9 to 5. It's fucking 5 o'clock in the morning till when I finish. But however, you know what I mean? Robbing cars.
Look, come here to me. It was when I was a young lad. So what you saying I don't go around robbing cars for? It was when I was a fucking young lad. Yeah, I robbed cars. I copped on. I done me jail for what I done.
Well, yeah. And it's changed your ways, has it?
Yeah, I have changed my ways.
All right, we got Paul back. Paul, Aaron, he's been there he's been in jail. He's done all the robbing of cars that you are doing now. And he's trying to say to you, probably not a good idea. You're going out tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, fishing kids.
How many are you going out with? You're going out with your crew, by the sound of it.
The gang, the top gangland criminals.
Well, no, I'd say now you're probably boasting a bit there. You wouldn't, if you're a top gangland criminal, you wouldn't be talking on the air about it, buddy. But what you are is, you're just going out with your mates looking for an opportunity to rob something, aren't you?
Oh, we don't look, Chris. We don't look. We get.
Say again, Paul?
We get.
Aaron, try and talk some sense to him.
What do you mean? Who the fuck is that?
Paul, can I ask you a question? Why are you going out robbing cars? You're bored, isn't it?
Arden.
Paul.
Arden, yeah, I'm not calling you, Arden. Alright?
What's that? Say that again.
Well, shut your fucking mouth, Arden.
You said shut me fucking mouth?
There you go. There is intelligence just oozing out of them. It's incredible, but there you go. We'll go to Niall or Neil. Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing?
Not bad. What do you say to these guys? We have one going out and robbing, and the other guy, he's been there, he's done the jail time and would never do it again. So, you know, it's amazing. Some people learn by the mistakes, others just don't.
Yeah. I think he's speaking right. Like, I don't know why he'd boast about robbing a car in there. Like, why he'd even do it in the first place. Like, you can't be that bored that you need to do something that illegal that can put you in prison for a few years.
True, but you feel daytime the guards were probably right to do what they did today.
Yeah, sure. I'd say Paul would have been able to rob a car when he was 15 or around that age, so I say that young kid was able to drive the car.
Say that again?
I say that kid was able to drive the car.
He was. That was the thing.
So I think he would have been as dangerous to the public as the guard might have thought, so he probably would have just ended up parking up eventually rather than crashing if he was able to drive.
I know, but it's a risk they can't take, you see, because some of them could panic.
They can pursue him for as long as they can, like, rather than, like, he's not going to crash.
Look at Matt Bragg and grab the radio.
There you go. That's what you're dealing with now. Thank you for that. 53104 for 20 cent. I'd like to know the ones who are saying that the droiders have nothing better to do. They sound like scumbags to me, Chris. You want to hear the text that we're not putting on.
Chris Perry on the FM104 Phone Show.